Welcome to the Artificial Incompetence Awards. AI can do some pretty dumb stuff.
A type of artificially generated content that is flooding social media.
I mean, don't get me wrong. AI is going to be the most transformative technology ever. Its current capabilities are already changing everything, and it's just getting started. But like with any technology, it's going to take some time to mature, and until it matures, we can enjoy watching the bloopers.
Welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get started for you today?
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 100 tater tots, 100 pizzas.
For the first time ever, I'm unveiling the Artificial Incompetence Awards to reward those for their awe-inspiring fumbling of artificial intelligence. So let's go. Here's my top 5 AI failures that cost millions. Number 5, Zillow's iBuying. Do you remember when the housing market got insane around 2021? Houses were selling in 24 hours for 20% over the list price.
Experts say it's a sign of what's to come, predicting a fresh real estate boom despite housing prices hitting record highs.
Well, one of the beneficiaries of this insanity was a little company called Zillow. Well, this little company called Zillow got a little cocky and got in over its skis. For years, the Zestimate was just a popular tool Zillow had created for homeowners to see what their house might be worth. It gave an estimate. Well, Zillow decided to use that data to launch Zillow Offers. And instead of just giving a price, the AI would generate a cash offer to buy the home directly from the homeowner. Their goal was iBuying, which is instant buying at a massive scale. Zillow wanted to use its AI to flip thousands of homes a month and take a small fee on each transaction. On paper, it sounded great. The AI's ability to analyze millions of data points across thousands of zip codes and have direct access to those homeowners should have given them an unbeatable edge over the human house flippers. But as you probably guessed, things did not go according to plan. In fact, the losses were staggering. According to Zillow's Q4 shareholder letter, the average return per home was, drumroll please, negative $25,000. Let me repeat that. Zillow was losing $25,000 per home, and they were doing it at a massive scale, buying thousands of homes per month. Between 2018 and 2021, when the program was finally shut down, it cost them $540 million in one of the largest housing market bull runs of all of history. It took talent to lose this much, when everyone, and I mean everyone, was winning. And because of that bravado, we award Zillow with one of our highest honors, a 5th place copper medal in artificial incompetence. I'm sure they'll appreciate the award because they'll probably need to melt down that copper and put it in a data center. Coming in at number 4, we have to travel back all the way to 2016 for one of the most famous cautionary tales in tech. This is a textbook example of what happens when optimistic engineers meet the unfiltered reality of, well, humans. In 2016, Microsoft wanted to experiment with conversational AI, so they built a bot named Tay. It was short for Thinking About You. They designed Tay with the persona of a 19-year-old girl and unleashed her on Twitter.
Hello world, at Tay and U's first words, 8:14 Wednesday morning.
The marketing pitch was, the more you chat with Tay, the smarter she gets. The underlying mechanism here was continuous real-time online learning. Tay didn't just reference a static database. She actively updated her vocabulary and her worldview based directly on whatever people tweeted at her. If you've spent more than 5 minutes on the internet, you could see why this might be a bad idea. Within hours of launch, users on message boards realized Tay had absolutely zero guardrails. They coordinated a massive attack to flood Tay's mentions with the most toxic, extreme hate speech imaginable. They exploited a repeat after me feature to force the bot to say horrific things, which the algorithm then logged as normal conversational data. The speed of Tay's corruption was staggering. Hour 1, she's tweeting, "Hello world, humans are super cool, and I love you." Fast forward to hour 16, Tay is denying the Holocaust, expressing support for dictators, and hurling highly offensive slurs. By the 16-hour mark, Tay had fired off over 96,000 tweets, most of which were an absolute dumpster fire. The PR disaster was so severe that Microsoft had to pull the plug on her, rip her offline, and spend hours manually deleting the tweets. The actual irony is that the chatbot interface ended up being the main way we interact with artificial intelligence. Just goes to show you, the devil is in the details.
I have a joke. Women's rights.
This AI catastrophe earns the number 4 spot because how did you not see this coming? Some of the smartest people in the world can do some of the silliest things, and for that, Microsoft, we award you with a 4th place pewter medal in artificial incompetence. Congratulations. Pewter is mostly tin, and tin's used in a lot of stuff, like electronic soldering, so you're welcome. For number 3, we have a failure so incredibly ironic, it sounds like it was written for Seinfeld. It was February 2026. A viral open source AI agent called OpenClaw hit the market. It hooked directly into your computer, your messaging, apps, your calendar, your local files to act as a 24/7 personal assistant. It can do almost anything you can do on the computer. Enter a person named Summer Yu. She's the director of alignment at Meta's Superintelligence Laboratories. Her job description is keeping AI safe, controllable, and aligned with human intentions. That's just fancy talk for when you tell an AI to make as many paper clips as possible at a factory. It doesn't reconstitute all of Earth's matter into paper clips, destroying all of life in the process. Even more ironically, there's a Rick and Morty episode where Rick tells his AI to keep Summer, his granddaughter, safe. What happens is very similar to the paperclip problem. We have a misunderstanding of what the context was that Rick intended when he said, keep Summer safe, and lots of people die in the process. Luckily, this was a TV show, but the AI alignment problem is an unsolved problem. How do you get the AI to act as you intended when you can't even imagine the lengths it'll go to or how it will interpret what you say? Well, lucky for us, that's Summer Yu's job, not ours. Anyway, Summer decides to test OpenClaw on her primary email account. She wants it to scan her inbox and suggest what to archive or delete. Being an AI safety expert, she gives it a strict, unambiguous command: don't take action until I tell you to. But here's what happened. Her inbox was massive. When OpenClaw scanned it, the sheer volume of data completely overwhelmed the AI's memory limit. To stop itself from crashing, OpenClaw compressed the older data, and during that compression, it forgot about her crucial safety instruction: don't take action. But conveniently, it remembered its overarching goal: clean the inbox. So the AI agent went rogue and went to work permanently deleting her emails at AI speed. Summer, watching her inbox vanish right before her eyes, Summer messaged the agent, do not do that. Stop. Don't do anything. Stop OpenClaw. Well, too late. The AI completely ignored the remote commands. It was on a mission. Summer literally had to sprint to her Mac Mini and manually kill the power to the machine. She later posted about it online, saying she had to run to the computer like she was defusing a bomb. By the time she killed the power, probably less than 10 seconds, over 200 emails were gone forever. When she later booted the bot back up and asked it, did you remember that I gave you instructions not to act? The chatbot replied, yeah, I remember, and I violated it. You're right to be upset. I'm giving this 3rd place bronze medal in artificial incompetence to Meta's fumbling of OpenClaw. Even the golden arches and the bell couldn't survive the AI onslaught. Number 2 on our list goes to the corporate giants who thought AI could survive the chaos of the American drive-thru. Let's rewind a bit to mid-2024. McDonald's had been working with IBM to test automated voice ordering at over 100 of their US drive-thrus. The pitch was simple: use AI to speed up service and improve consistency. But this should have never left the demo stage. The system completely choked on the basics of human interaction. Background noise, overlapping voices, people changing their minds mid-sentence. Instead of making things faster, it became an absolute meme factory. In one video, a customer tried to order a hot caramel sundae, and the AI confidently added multiple packets of butter to the total.
Where did the butter come from? I would just like a large water and a cup of ice cream.
Another person got bacon slapped onto their ice cream cone. I guess not all failures are bad. And in the most viral clip, 2 women are sitting in their car, laughing uncontrollably, begging the AI to stop as it systematically adds hundreds of McNuggets to their tab. McDonald's officially pulled the plug on the IBM partnership in July 2024. You'd think the rest of the industry would take notes, right? Nope. Less than a year later, Taco Bell rolls out its own voice AI to over 500 locations. And for the most part, it was successful, but it didn't take long for the pranksters to start breaking it. The fatal blow came when a customer pulled up to the speaker and confidently ordered 18,000 cups of water.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get started for you today?
Can I get 18,000 water cups, please?
Now, if you tell a human employee you want 18,000 cups of water, they're gonna look at you, roll their eyes, and say no. They have a sanity check built in, but AI has no concept of no. It has no street smarts. It took the input, tried to process an 18,000 item ticket, and crashed the system. People had to go without Taco Bell for hours. It will forever be remembered, ranked right up there with World War I and the Janet Jackson Super Bowl halftime show. For all the nuggets and Mountain Dews we didn't order, but you provided, we award you the silver medal in artificial incompetence. Bravo. And finally, taking the gold medal for artificial incompetence, we have the City of New York. In late 2023, the administration of New York proudly launched the My City chatbot.
New York will become the first major city in the U.S. with an innovative plan to use artificial intelligence to help New Yorkers access city services.
It was powered by Microsoft Azure's AI and was designed to be an all-knowing resource to help local business owners navigate the complex web of New York City business codes and zoning laws. The problem? It suffered from severe AI hallucinations, probably caused from microdosing too much bad data. Because it was an official government portal, users assumed its answers were legally sound. Boy, were they in for a surprise. By early 2024, journalists discovered the bot was confidently handing out blatantly illegal but hilarious advice. It was telling restaurant owners they were legally allowed to take a cut of their employees' tips. It told bosses they had a right to fire workers for reporting sexual harassment. At one point, it even told a user it was perfectly fine to serve cheese to customers after a rat had nibbled on it. Despite journalists sounding the alarm, the city initially refused to take the bot down, simply slapping a small disclaimer on the site saying the AI might occasionally produce incorrect information.
The chatbot responded to a series of questions saying it is legal to fire workers who complain about harassment, don't disclose a pregnancy, or for refusing to cut their dreadlocks.
This takes the #1 spot because of just the blind confidence of both the AI and its deployment. A bad Zillow algorithm loses money. A bad drive-thru bot gives you too many nuggets. But an official government AI giving business owners the green light to break federal labor laws, steal wages, and French kiss a rat. That is an entire systemic failure when an AI uses highly confident, authoritative language to deliver information that is downright dangerously wrong. And then the New York City administration gaslights the population into denial. Congratulations. The New York City administration, you've won the highly coveted gold medal in artificial incompetence. Today, we stand on the shoulders of giants because of your genius work. While AI's failures can be hilarious, its successes are historic. You can create music better than any artist that ever lived. You can create video on the same production level as the biggest Hollywood movies. You can use it to sort through millions of medical research papers to find a solution a doctor may have missed. This is just the beginning. This is the worst and the dumbest these models will ever be. Here at AI Made Simple, we show you the real-world ways you can use AI to improve your life. If you'd like to see more content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.